For this YouTube video, I'm going to be showing you how we can use our own sewing pattern and prepare applique pieces with HeatnBond light. So this is my sewing pattern right here that I'm going to be turning into an applique, and I am going to be using this HeatnBond light. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace around every individual section. Now I find it's best that you use some sort of a marker. Now this has two sides to it, a nice thick black marker. Now I find that I don't necessarily need a light source. I can see exactly what he looks like through here without doing that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline like his beak first. So I'm just going to go all the way around his beak and I'm just going to copy my pattern. Now you don't have to put any details on it because we're not going to see any details. We're just going to do the outline of everything. So there you go, that's his beak. Now if you want to, you can get another pen and you can write beak, so when we start cutting these sections out you won't forget what they are. Another thing to bear in mind is if this image is a certain way, so it's looking left, when you do your image on the fabric he's going to be looking right, so it's always going to be mirror image. I'm not bothered, he's looking straight on at me, his hair is just going to be the other side, that's all. You don't have to cut any of the parts out, don't keep them too close together, we do need space in between the two sections, so I'm just going to cut out his head. Now what I do like to do here is I like to go a little bit past his beak. So I'm going to make his head just a little bit longer, like so. And I'm just going to go across. And then when we put that beak on later, he's going to go over this little longer bit of this head here. And I'm going to do the same thing with his eyes. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm just going to go a bit longer with his eyes. I'm just going to do it so it just goes, it'll go underneath his beak when we are putting this applique on. I'm going to do the same thing with his hair. I'm going to go a little bit past. So this little bit here is going to tuck inside of his head. I'm also going to do the same thing with his neck here. I'm going to reach up a little bit further. Just little squiggly bits. Like so. And I'm going to reach up a little bit further into his beak. And you know, I might cut this down after the fact, but we can make changes as we go later on. Let's do his sweater. I'm going to once again do it just a little bit into his neck fully bit. So this is his little sweater. And then I did do a little rim around his jumper. Or his sweater, should I say. Gonna now do a little rim of his sweater. I'm just gonna do it a little bit bigger than what it shows on the picture to overcompensate. And then we can cut that down later on if it's too big. And then just do his little body at the bottom here, which I'm going to take up into the sweater. And as again, we can make changes when we're doing the pattern. Then we're just going to trace a wing, and like I said, just extend the wing a little bit more into the actual chicken, and then just do his little wingy feathery bits. When I did do this, I did try to put some feathers on it, but it didn't actually look too good, so I decided to leave the feathers out and just do it out of fabric. So this is one wing, so don't forget when we do it, it's going to end up being flipped, so this wing will end up being on the other side. I'll show you that. Let's do this other wing, and we're going to extend this into the chicken once again. And as we're doing the actual design, you'll see how that goes into place. There we go. We don't need to do the chicken legs, and the reason why we're not going to do the chicken legs is because this is going to be done out of thread painting later on, so we just completely ignore them. Here we go, so these are all of our sections, so I'm going to cut this off the main roll here. What we do now with a pair of scissors is cut each section out, but we are not going to follow the black line yet. So always make sure that it's a little bit over. So like this, we are not cutting to the black line just yet. So we're going to cut each individual section out. It won't take too long. Make sure you don't have any big pieces here. There's no need to waste any fabric because we'll be attaching our fabric next. So you can go along with the colours that I've already got. What you want to bear in mind is that you don't want to keep the eyes in the same coloured white as the actual background of his head. So I do have like a cream section for his wings and his head and his body. And then I've got this white fabric that I'm going to use for his eyes. And also I'm going to use this like gingham for his main sweater. And this blue, this dark blue for the rim of his sweater. And I'm going to use the red for his hair. And if, like me, your fabric scraps are a creased up mess, you're going to want to press these before you attach them to your HeatnBond. Okay, I'm going to do all of his little body sections first. So I'm going to get the bottom of his body here and I'm just going to press, and you don't need too much heat and you do not need any steam, and just a little once over and it will be stuck. Obviously you can check your manufacturer's settings, but it really is that simple. So I'm going to use put a wing on there. I'm going to put another wing on there. And then I need his head. And they are the only sections that I need in that cream colour. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to cut all of these sections out. That's one section here. I'm going to cut his eyes out on this white section. If you are using a patterned fabric like so, you are going to want to use it on the other side of the fabric, and then you are going to adhere your pattern piece there. I'm going to attach the rim of the sweater. I'm going to do the neck. And then we've got the hair section. And then we're going to attach this orange beak. Now we're going to grab all of our sections together again, and then this is the part where we can now cut all the way around the sections. I'm going to do it all the way around the black pieces. Now I left the bit over so we could cut into it, so we have less chance of these sections from fraying now because they're all attached to some glue. Now we're going to continue and we're going to cut out all the other sections. These are all the parts all cut out, so keep them in a container or a baggie or anything, just so you don't lose any of these parts. So if you are signed up for my virtual class, I will see you then for the next stage on how to put this wonderful quilting project together. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.